Expressions and DaVinci Resolve are both fascinating and powerful. While they are not essential for everyday editing, they are incredibly useful for creating custom tools and workflows to make your editing process more efficient. In my previous videos, I shared a few formulas to help you design a specific type of animations. Today, building on that foundation, we will use those same formulas to create additional animation examples, design a macro, and even develop a reusable template. Let's dive in. And we are now in the computer. In my previous video, we used expressions to adjust animation. We used expressions to adjust an already made animation. We even adjusted animation that DaVinci already set up for us. So that's one of the powers of expressions. But in today's video, we are going to be creating instead of adjusting. The very reason why we could adjust animation with expression is the very reason why we could also create animation with expression. So the reason why we're using expressions is because we want to create an adjustable animation. So in that way, we could reuse those animations over and over again, especially when we use fusion composition or adjustment clip. For example, on the screen right now, we have an animation created by Cinematic Titles. By the way, this template was created and sold. All you have to do is have an imagination, know what you want to create, and you could do the same as well. Or you could create your own custom animations that you could reuse over and over again. And also there are available graphic packs out there. So example here, we have this animation here. Let me play it. So if I play this, as you can see in the beginning, you see an animation. At the end, you see an existing animation. All right. So I could reduce the size again here and play the same thing. Okay. So the ending animation is always going to end at the end of the animation. This is what I mean by adjustable composition. The expressions that I talked about in my previous video is the same kind of animation that we could use. All you have to do is switch up a couple of numbers to fit your type of animation. Okay, so let us create something simple, but it's going to have the same type of animation. So this is the fusion composition that I have here. So let's head to Fusion and let's create similar animation using the same type of formulas. Now I'm going to apply several expressions. So the only thing I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be switching numbers. That's it. All right. So let's bring in the background here. Okay. I'm going to bring down the background and I'm going to reduce the alpha. So I'm going to bring another background, but this background is going to have a shape. I'm gonna make it a size like this. I'm gonna bring this down here. Actually, I'm going to arrange this in a different way. For a particular reason, I'm going to bring another background here. Now I'm going to apply this background here and I'm going to do the same to this background, reduce the alpha. Now I'm going to attach this here. So it's important to know how to arrange your node based on the animation that you're trying to do. So I already know how I want my animation to look like, which is why I'm arranging my nodes this way. But this video is not about node arrangements. My next node is going to be text plus, and I'm going to attach this here, and I'm going to go to my text. Now I'm going to write. Let's choose the word king. Let's head to the rectangle and let's make it a bit tighter, and let's increase the corner radius to give it a okay that kind of look. Let's reduce this a bit further. Okay, and now I'm going to put a transform node. You probably don't need a transform node depending on the kind of animation that you need. However, with what I want to do, I need a transform node here. So now we're going to pick a color, and I have a custom color that I want to use here. So let's head to the background color, and I'm going to use the hex color code. Okay, I like that color. So I'm going to go to my text color, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to choose another color. All right. So that's what I want. Okay. But I also want another background and another text. So instead of creating the whole thing again, I could simply get over here, select this entire nodes, right click or hit Command C, copy, and head outside over here and hit Command V and paste. Okay. And boom, connect. All right. So that kind of saved us a little bit of a time and we could change the position. And I don't want to change the position on transform node. Why? Because I'm going to write my expression on transform node and I want it to be zero point 0.5, zero point 0.5. So that way I don't have to do more math. I'm just being lazy there. But if you could save yourself some time, why not? All right. So I'm going to go to merge to move the position because I don't want it to be the same position. Otherwise, it will make no sense. We're going to go to Y to change the position. So I want it to kind of connect. Boom, just like that. And also, I want the rectangular to be different width. Okay. So something like this, just to make it look more aesthetic. And I'm going to head to the text. I'm just going to put something longer. Let's say pro creativity. I just wanted something longer. All right. Maybe I could go to the first rectangle, probably make it a bit smaller. Something like this. All right. Maybe the height is probably okay. And I'm gonna go to the merge to move the okay, so something like this. All right, so let's say something like this is cool. So what I want to do with this animation is I want both the background and the text to pop out from nowhere and just pop up in the screen. But I don't want it to be from all the way from the top or all the way from the bottom or all the way from the sides. Just somewhere in the middle of the screen and pop up. What I could do to do that effect is I could use an effect mask and I'm going to connect the effect mask to the merge because the merge controls all the nodes on top of it. Okay. And I'm going to do the same to this merge right here. I'm arranging it this way so you can see what's going on. All right. If I select the max and move it away, you're not going to see nothing there. Okay. So what I want to do, let's make the mask kind of along this way. And now we're going to set the mask kind of close, set the mask like this. Okay. And we're going to do the same to this other mask as well. Set the mask close, set it this way, and we just want to make it longer because the width doesn't matter. We want it to go up and down. We're gonna have to soften the mask a little bit. So soften it a little bit, soften it a little bit. And voila, we have created the structure of the nose that we'll need. So now it's time for the animations. Okay, so of course we are talking about expressions. So we're not going to use keyframes here. Let's head to our expressions. So with the way I've structured this node, I'm going to write an expressions on transform node and on text layout. So I have four expressions to write here. However, I'm just going to write one and copy and paste the other ones. Again, that saves time and just change few numbers. Again, that's what I've said before. All we need to do is change few numbers here. All right. So let's head to transform. So we're going to head to center, right click and expressions. All right. So move it this way so that way it doesn't affect our expressions. Of course, the if function. So if I'm gonna give space so that way it's not clogged up. All right. So if time, ooh, no wrong spelling, time is less than 8, comma, point. Remember the points have to be capital letter. Time is smaller letter point. So we are going to be working with y value because the y value is going up and down. All right. So the x value is going to be fixed. So zero point 0.5 is the x value. So put comma after the x value, the math come in at y value. So what I'm thinking is if time is less than 8, I want the animations to start coming from a certain point going to a certain point. I want it to be somewhere around 0.313. 0.313 is somewhere below the mask, which is where I'm going to be starting from. So it's going to be starting from somewhere below the mask and it's going to go up. So because it's going up, we're going to hit plus. But we need a speed to determine how fast it's gonna move. 0.02. All right. So that's how quickly I want it to go from 0.31 to wherever it's going to stop. Okay, so remember that this is what's happening when time is less than 8. So if time is less than, so now we're going to the end of the animation to tell it what to do as well. Okay, so we've told it what to do at the beginning, so let's tell it what to do at the end. If time is greater, so comp.render end is the ending frame. What we could do now is comp dot render n, and of course, so you want to spell it right. The R has to always be capital and E always has to be capital. So render n -8. So if time is less than comp dot render n -8. So what that means is the last 8 frames. So we hit a comma and now we tell it what to do. So what we do here is 0.5, which is the X value. So it remains the same. Now we go to the Y value 0.5. So plus time minus comp dot render and -8. Just keep in mind to know that whenever you open a parenthesis, you need to close parenthesis. So if you open two parentheses, you need two parentheses to close it. All right, so multiply by 0.1. Also close parenthesis, hit the comma. I left the point here so that I don't have to rewrite this last point here. But what I could do is go to the end and add two parentheses because I had two if formulas. The first parenthesis is closing the point, and the last two is closing the two if function. All right, so let's hit enter. Hopefully, I didn't make no mistake here. I made no mistake. Boom, bam. Okay. At the end, it moves up. Okay. But I also want the text to also come in right after the background comes in. So that's why I'm going to the text and I'm going to do the same thing to the text. So I'm going to come here, select Command A, Command C. Command A to select everything, Command C to copy. And let's select the text. And we're going to go to the layout and we're going to right click the center and expressions and delete everything here. Now we're gonna hit Command V. This is where we're going to change few numbers. Since the expression is showing me the end of the animation, we're gonna start from the end as well. So this is gonna be -9 instead of 8, and we're going to go to the next the render end, and we're gonna switch that 8 to 9. Then we're gonna go to the beginning of our expression. 0.02 works as well, but here, but let's just put 0 here. You don't want it to be exactly the same. You want it to come right after. It's going to be lower than 313. 303 is lower than 313, even though it has the same speed, but one is starting from a lower offset than the next one. So it's not going to be there at the same time. And it's going to be if time is less than, let's make it 10. So with all of this, it's going to change the timing of both the background and the text. So let's hit enter. Let's play. So as you can see, the number comes in second, right after the background. They don't come in the same time. All right, so we're gonna go to transform tool, and we are going to do the same expressions. Delete everything here. Command V. Boom, and we're going to do the same. We're gonna change. All right, enter. That's cool. Go to text again. It's the second test. Head to layout. Go to the center. Do the same exact thing. Delete all of this, Command V, paste, and we of course we are going to change some things here. This is the reason why I didn't want to change the position of 0.5, 0.5. I changed the position using the merge node, so I don't have to recalculate the numbers that I need. I don't need to do all of that. it's much smoother. This you see, it's much smoother. Okay. So now let's head back to our edit page. Is Let's see if it works. So now if I increase this, boom, and it's going to also start from the end at the end as well. Okay, boom, boom. All right, so it's make it short. Same thing. Play, boom. Okay, so basically the animation is happening at the beginning and at the end. Okay, let's say you have a different computer. Perhaps what you created was kind of complex and you don't want to recreate that and you want to use that in another computer. What you do is to create a macro. Okay, so let's head back to edit. The people that did this, they created a macro. So let's do that. Let's create a macro, giving the next person the option to change the text color, the size, just different kind of controls, and the background color. Knowing that, what we could do is let's select the ones that you want to give control over first. By the way, you don't have to do this way. Just select everything here like this. Right click, create macro. Okay, let's load this. So this is everything that we have selected. However, if you want the text at the background to be at the top, that's a trick you could imply here. So let's head back there. So the trick is to first select the node that you need first. Select one node, which is the first text, hold command and select the next. And I'm going to select the first background and the second background. So now you could hold shift because if you don't hold shift, when you click somewhere else, those selection is deselected. So hold shift and then select everything. Okay, so everything is selected. Now right click any of the nodes and create macro. All right, so let's reduce this. The first two texts is the two text is the first thing here. So that's just a trick. And if you look down here, you can see that merge 7 has a red color. That means that's a control already selected, which is the media out most likely. So that's probably where the media out is. Let's see what's been selected. Okay, so there's an output. So let's head to text tray or let's bring down the options here. Style text. Okay, the font, the style, the color. So the color include the green one, blue one. Alpha, not really. Size, tracking. Okay. Yeah, for now, that's just what I want to give here. Layouts, transform. What will I need to give transform here? Forget about it. All right, so we're done with the first text. We're gonna go to the second text, and we're gonna do the same. I want to an image here. So let's style, font, color, boom, boom, size. Okay, that's it. It for text one. Now the background, just the color. All right, here we go. Just the color. Type, color, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I'm just gonna select all the colors here. So I'm guessing that's gonna include even gradient. All right, and I'll do the same here. Okay, all the nodes that have the controls are in color red. So now I'm going to give it the name macro macro K. Let's just say it as the name that I give it to and save as a macro. Okay, so we do have a macro folder. This is where we save all the macros. Boom, and it is saved. Okay, so let's disconnect this. Let's turn this into a group. Command G. Boom, group. Okay, so another trick here is sometimes that folder is hard to find. So what we could do is trying to create a new macro, just select any two nodes, trying to create a new macro and select macro and right click and click show in Finder. All right. So that way it's very fast. You don't need to search your entire computer. Okay. So cancel because we don't actually need to create nothing here. So now we do have macro. All right. So we're going to open the macro folder and we are going to look for that macro we created. We named it macro K. close this and let's open that folder again. Now we are going to copy that macro. Okay, let's connect it to the media out. Boom, and we have the same animation we just created. So let's play it. Okay, everything's working. Let's put the end. Going forward, if we select that macro, it's actually only just one node, but this one node have all those controls that we gave it. All right, so now we could change this king to what should I use? So now we could change king to create. We could change the color. Boom. Now we have a different color. Change the background to a different color as well. All right. So whoever you gave this macro to now have these controls, and these controls are kind of simpler. And hey, you have created a macro. And the last thing you could do here is to create template, so that way it could be available on your edit page. I kind of was having problems here with that, but I'm going to show you what to do either way. Let's open a different tab here. Okay, we're gonna, so these are the macros. So we could go to our template and we could head to our edit. Okay. Now, if you want to, you could go to your titles and you could copy from here, macro K. You could hit copy, head to your titles under your templates and right click, paste item. All right. Actually, what should happen is if you head to your edit page and if you go to your titles, so you should be able to see them here. Okay, so this is the first one I created, first template, and this is the macro. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. The animations are not showing up. But in your case, it should be able to show up. If you bring them down here, you should be able to have the same controls and voila, you're done. And that's how you create templates. That's how you create macros. And that's how you use expressions to do so. With that being said, we have come to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you learned something from this channel, don't forget to subscribe and we will catch you on the next one. And don't forget to hit that notification button just in case I post a new video. Peace.